Elon Musk directly calling out Hasan Piker. So here's the story. It's about Assassin's Creed Shadows. Hassan did a paid post for them, and they're loving it. Assassin's Creed apparently is having their second best opening day ever, which is surprising to me. I thought it would do bad because all that weird gay scene stuff it's not the game that I want to play. That's just me. But as I often say, hey man, you play the games you want. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you're not allowed to have it. I would have preferred like a feudal Japanese Assassin's Creed to have feudal Japanese characters, but they decided to go with the Legend of Yasuke, the Black Samurai. Look, man, it's just fringe woke nonsense. And then there's this gay scene where, like, legit, you can have gay romances or whatever. Not the game for me. You know, I played Baldur's Gate. I get it. Baldur's Gate 3 had options to be gay, pan, or whatever, and make trans characters. But it's not, the game itself, the storylines aren't overly woke. You can play the game and you never see any of these things, though you can make your character that way. The thing about Assassin's Creed is that there's two characters, and it's largely, how many grains of sand make a heap. And I feel like this was a desperate play. But Elon Musk calls Hassan a fraud and then says sellout would be more accurate. Objectively, he is promoting a terrible game just for the money. Well, let's break this down. I can sit here and I can pander to you guys and just rag on them all day, but it looks like Assassin's Creed may be doing well, unless it's some kind of PR stunt. Hassan the Hun, automated mirror on Blue Sky, said playing Assassin's Creed Shadows once more, get in now for gaming, #ad, buy it here. I got no beef. I don't like Hassan. I think he's a hypocrite and he's a grifter, but hey, he labeled his ad. That's fine. If he likes the game, he can play it. Grum says you can tell a lot about Ubisoft with how much money they're throwing at terrorist platforming streamers. Yeah, Hassan has called for some pretty messed up stuff. So Elon Musk says Hassan is a fraud. Look at this. Proposed community notes. Sellout will be more accurate. Grum says anti-capitalist my butt. Hassan promos are not cheap. I love it. Yo, Hassan, let's go. Your endorsements don't come cheap. What do community notes say about Elon? Elon claims Hassan is a fraud without any evidence, yet he is the only one who has been caught lying about being good at video games, which would make him fraudulent by definition. What else? If Elon is a fraud and is jealous. Welcome to politics, my friends. So Assassin's Creed actually responded. They said, this is to Grums, our game is out. Okay. So Assassin's Creed Shadows isn't the hit Ubisoft desperately needs, analyst says. Assassin's Creed Shadows is selling well, but it's reportedly tracking behind Valhalla and falls short of 2025 hits like Split Fiction. They responded with, our game is out. They then responded to Elon Musk saying, is that what the guy playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you? Yo, listen, Assassin's Creed, is this the direction we're going? I used to love this game, to be completely honest. I'm not so sure anymore. Pink News says, someone please send ointment to Elon Musk. He's been badly burned by the Assassin's Creed X account. I just say cringe to all of this stuff. Everything's just fake outrage. I thought I had an article pulled up saying that they were doing well. Do I not have that one? Thought I did. Assassin's Creed Shadows apparently is doing decently well. And I have no problem. Here we go. Let's pull this up from Variety. I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and just be like, no, they have to fail. It's like, oh, wow, they sold. I got to be honest. I would just try to analyze it and figure out what the reason may be. I think buying a sponsor from Hassan is probably a good idea. Rallying behind politics can boost your sales. This is the game that they're going to play. And the idea is quite simple. A lot of people hate Elon Musk. Elon Musk coming out against the game and attacking Hassan is going to drive sales from people who just want it to succeed because they hate Elon Musk. I drive my Cybertruck, people scream at me because they're insane people. I don't care. Bro, if you want to play Assassin's Creed Shadows, by all means, do so. I got no beef. I'm just not going to buy it. Kind of like I tell people, dude, you're allowed to like the show Severance. I don't like it. It's like a C- D+. I think it's overhyped. It's overrated. But you're allowed to like it and watch the show. Just tell me you think I'm wrong. Fine. Variety reports, Assassin's Creed Shadows has become Ubisoft's second highest selling title ever at launch. It crossed 2 million activations in internal communications obtained by Monday by Variety. The developer told employees that player engagement is at record levels and that feedback across moderated varied platforms, what does that mean? For less affected by review bombing remains incredibly positive. Ah, I see. They're saying anybody who's saying we're bad is fake news. Though no specific sales numbers have been revealed for the game, a source within Ubisoft has confirmed to Variety that Shadows has the next best day one sales revenue for an Assassin's Creed title behind only 2020's Valhalla. The title also marks Ubisoft's best day one launch of any game on the PlayStation Digital Store. Again, they haven't given us the numbers, but that's what they're saying. Out of the total activations, PC activations account for around 27%, with Steam playing a significant role. The 14th major installment in the action role-playing game, Shadows, launched March 20th after multiple release date delays. On September 25th, Ubisoft made the decision to delay Assassin's Creed Shadows, blah, blah, blah. We get it. Look, I don't want to play any game that uses wokeness for its marketing. I'll just do that. Baldur's Gate 3, as far as I know, that wasn't a component. In Dragon Age Veilguard, it's majorly woke. And so I just, that Barv scene, you guys have already heard me talk about it. I ain't playing that game. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Guys, Yasuke was a real guy. Okay, it was a black dude who was a Jesuit missionary, went to Japan. There was this guy, and he was like, I ain't never seen a black guy before, so why don't we bring him in? There's a debate over whether or not Yasuke was actually a samurai or just a sword bearer, but a lot of people are like, dude, he was getting paid and was given a sword. Legit, he was a samurai. And I'm like, whatever. So they made him a character in this game, and I'm just, why? Look, I'd have no problem if it was like a side bonus character or you could play this character. But dude, I've said it a million times. When they did the American Revolution one and you could play like the main character was Native American based, I love that game. That was fun. Assassin's Creed, it's a fun game. Super fun game. But then they were just like, we're going to do feudal Japan and we are not going to give people of Japanese heritage their due. It's like, whatever, I guess. It's a video game. Play what you want to play. It just, to me, is kind of like, you've decided to go mission-driven in your game sales. I hope it works out for you. Apparently it is. I think a big component that helps the game is, one, Assassin's Creeds are good games. So I was curious as to whether or not, I actually think my position was this game's going to bomb. Because you've got that scene where the black samurai makes out with that dude. And I'm just like, I think a lot of people are going to not want to play that. I do think, however, they made a very smart play in sponsoring Hasan Piker, because this is the direction the game went. They shouldn't even bother with people like me. So people may actually end up playing this game. I might actually play it for the review purposes. So we could do, I'll give you a breakdown. But, you know, I think my principal issue with a lot of these games is mostly having to do with the marketing of it. Because like I said, Baldur's Gate 3, everybody's gay. But like kind of not really. Like in the game, it's just you can have your character do this. I understand the same thing with Assassin's Creed. The gay romances are optional. But Baldur's Gate 3 didn't market it this way, and it wasn't a major point of contention. In Baldur's Gate 3, you can actually make your character anything you want, and I kind of just shrug. So you can make a guy, but then give him lady parts, and you give him a lady voice, or the other way around. Actually kind of funny. You can make like a dwarf woman who has a man's voice. I think that's actually kind of funny. And then the game gets wacky and weird, but that's more of a you can do whatever you want with it. And it was a great game. Baldur's Gate 3, one of the best games I've ever played. I think I might check out Assassin's Creed Shadows, but I don't know that I want to buy it. Because I don't like it when companies use the wokeness for their marketing specifically. And when they make the game's core component specifically to pander to this leftist view of race and all that stuff, I just don't know I want to be involved in any of that. Especially when they're paying Hassan. I'm like, man, I don't really care all that much, but I kind of just, I don't know if I want to contribute to that. You know what I mean? Get woke, go broke, all of that stuff. Now, what will be interesting is if they actually release the numbers and we can see if it actually is a big release. Because this is make or break for Ubisoft. If they do not sell at a moderate level, I think they have to sell at record-breaking levels. They were saying that if they don't sell at like high numbers and it moderates, they're done as a company. They put everything on this game. So, we're going to see. But I do want to give a shout out to Pink News. Someone please send ointment to Elon Musk. He's been badly burned by the Assassin's Creed X account. And I'm just like, okay, I guess. They said that he was paying someone to play video games for him. Whatever, man. But I want to give him a shout out because it's all fake. Look at this. Severance director Ben Stiller insults anti-LGBTQ podcaster who then thanks him for it. It's all fake. It's all fake. I didn't thank him for insulting me. I thanked him for making Tropic Thunder, where he put Robert Downey Jr. in blackface. And he himself played a character who went, quote unquote, full retard. I said Tropic Thunder is one of the greatest movies ever made. And I stand by it. And Ben Stiller wrote, produced, and directed it. Ben, incredible work. Severance, I don't know. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's the worst. I think a lot of people like it, but a lot of people don't like it. And so Ben Stiller responded to me with the little nerd face emoji, and I said, Tropic Thunder was one of the greatest movies ever made. Thank you, sir. And then they're lying about it. Not to mention, what does anti-LGBTQ plus have to do with us talking about Severance? And then, what is this? Someone said, I sleep so well knowing I'll never F up as bad as Tim Pool. What does that mean? I'm a multimillionaire with my own private skate park. I fly in private jets. I don't know what I did wrong. I think I'm living pretty well. I can buy a video game if I want to buy it. And I get to talk to Ben Stiller. These people live in a fake world of fake outrage. I'm not mad at Ben Stiller. I don't think Severance is apocalyptically bad. I'd actually love to talk to Ben about it. I don't know his politics. I think he's kind of Democrat. I'm not really mad at him. But anyway, the point is this. It's all fake. It's all fake outrage. Everybody's just faking it. Me, I'm like moderately irked by woke marketing in these games. And my response is always, hey man, buy the games you want to buy. If you want to play Assassin's Creed, I got no beef. I'm just going to tell you, I think it's dumb and I think it's cringe. And then you can play it, and I ain't mad at you. If I come over to your house, you're playing Assassin's Creed, I'm like, how is it? I might try it. I don't know. I just think it's cringe when they do all this woke marketing. I do want to give a thank you to Pink News, though. Thank you for using the picture of me when I was 25, because you could have used the one where I'm fat. Oh, whatever, man. I'm going to wrap it up there. Stay tuned, man. We got more segments coming up, and I'll see you all in a bit. Follow me on X and Instagram.